After this, we gotta go to bed.
Yeah, hey, tube lovers, what's up? So, we're going to do a Danger Dolan one, and it's the 15 worst jobs ever. So, we've done 2 tonight. This is the 3rd one. So, we're actually catching up a little bit. And we actually got to go to... We're going to crash after this, because I got to take him to the airport at 6 in the fucking morning.
It's the only ticket. Don't look at me like that. God dang.
So, yeah, so pretty much it's going to be an interesting video, I guess, because especially if you think you have one of the shittiest jobs out there. I wonder what they got for this. So you get to either look at it and watch it and be like, okay, my job's not that bad.
So this video will make you feel a little bit better about your job. That's the point of this video.
So yeah. So let's get this shit started.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Danger Dolan. From employees hired to steal dead bodies to people hired to farm digital currency for almost no income themselves. We count 15 of some of the most horrible occupations ever seen throughout history.
Oh, it looks like
Number 15. The vomit collector, a slave to the Roman Empire who was forced to hang around dining room tables waiting for vomit to hit the floor so he can crawl around on all fours and clean it up. It was actually a common occupation since the emperor and his guests would voluntarily vomit to make room for more food. In fact, Julius Caesar avoided an assassination attempt by feigning interest in visiting the toilet, only to return to his room to blow chunks, which, of course, would need to be cleaned up by a certain slave. Number 14. Fuller, a job in which sheep are sheared, their wool carded, spun and then woven. Basically, cleanse and thicken woolen cloth. See, this wasn't so bad, except they needed alkaline to cleanse the wool, and it was expensive. So they turned to stale urine instead. Gallons of urine taken from farms and private houses, only for the poor wool cleaner to need to trod through urine for 7 hours a day, up to their knees in stale human urine. Not something you would want to print on your resume. The Sin Eater, pretty much a terrible job no matter which way you spin it. The Sin Eater was a 19th century outcast that nobody cared about. Essentially, a homeless person paid to absorb the sins of other people. They did this by waiting for a person to die, then food is passed over the corpse, and then the Sin Eater has to eat the food and thereby absorb the sins wafting up from the body. In return, they were given scraps of money. The Sin Eaters give up any chance of a decent afterlife, are shunned by society, and usually starving to death anyway. But hey, first world problems. Number 12. The Gold Farmer, a Chinese job started around 2007 in the massively multiplayer online role-playing game World of Warcraft, in which your job is to amass virtual currency called gold. The gold is sold to other places in exchange for real money, but to farm the gold is basically slave labor, working 12-hour shifts for the world's most measly pay, 30 cents per hour.
What?
$3.60 per day. So you've already paid off your monthly Warcraft subscription in 5 days. What a deal. Number 11.
Wow.
Knocker Up. This one has nothing to do with impregnating people, which is a shame because then the occupation would actually mean something.
Yeah, it would.
The Knocker Up goes around tapping on your window with some bamboo in order to wake you up in time for work. In fact, he won't stop tapping until you tell him to go away, but only if you give him a little bit of money. So, you're employing someone to bother you, but at least he isn't trying to sell you something. Number 10.
That is the
Spit
Jehovah's
Boy,
Witnesses.
the lowest ranking member of kitchen staff. A teenager hired to stand there and turn a metal spit that roasts meat for hours.
Oh.
And it wasn't as easy as you might think. The meat was packed on so extensively that you could barely turn the thing. The handle made of iron, heat in your face all day long.
That sounds awful.
Just imagine if someone hired you to stand next to a bonfire and lift weights for 8 hours a day. Try and keep your eyeballs from melting into your beard. Number 9. The Leech Collector, a job that continued into the late 19th century to collect the leeches so they can latch onto a medical patient and withdraw small amounts of blood for therapeutic reasons. Leech gatherers were forced to wade through dense leech-filled areas and allow them to latch onto their legs and suck, losing tremendous amounts of blood for measly pay. It never occurred to them to maybe just use a net. Number 8. Body Snatcher, a man employed to dig up fresh graves and sell off the bodies, without leaving any trace that the body was now gone so as not to alert the grieving family. The bodies were used in the rapidly advancing 19th century field of
There wasn't
medicine,
much in the way
with medical
for,
students
there
who
wasn't a lot.
desperately needed fresh
Area.
bodies, but with only executed criminals allowed, they turned to this black market trade. And then we all discovered cremation, and the industry took a downward turn. Number 7. Subway pusher, a Japanese line of employment created purely to manage the peak hour public transport traffic when trains are filled beyond 200% of their maximum capacity. The pusher's job is to cram people in so the doors will actually close. Otherwise the train can't leave and you get massive delays. Pushers are generally made up of part-time students, train staff, or desperate bulked-up part-time workers who like pushing people around. Number 6, dog whipper, a lovely great church employee in charge of keeping dogs from interrupting the weekly service.
No, I'm sorry. I love dogs way too much.
In the 16th through 19th centuries, churchgoers would bring along their pets, but it was the job of the dog whipper, armed with a whip and wooden tongs.
Oh, you go to my dog, I will whip your ass.
Disruptive. It was a valid occupation with payment records still around in old parish account books from churches all over England.
I don't think they do that shit anymore.
Snake milker. This is a job still around today.
I would do
to
it.
get your venomous snake to squirt its venom into a cup to create an anti-venom used to treat snake bites. In fact, one legendary snake milker called Bill Hast survived over 172 venomous snake bites during the whole of his 100-year career. This is mostly due to the fact he was a snake milker, so anti-venom was abundant and the snake responsible very close by. Number 4, plague barrier, the Black Death, which swept throughout Europe, leaving piles and piles of bodies rotting in people's houses. If you've watched some Monty Python, you'll know about the old quote, "bring out your dead." But that really is what happened. Someone would go around with a cart collecting bodies to head off and bury them. And the employees selected to do this task were then riddled with disease from decomposing corpses. So not long after they got sick, they had to be dumped on another cart moved by some other unlucky fool. Number 3, groom of the stool, a fancy way to describe someone hired by royalty to stand in the toilet with them and then wipe their grotty ass crack and clean it.
Talk
but
about
they weren't slaves, so no. More often than not, you'll find the sons of noblemen or personal assistants to the king very high up on the social standing. To be selected to clean the gunk off a royal anus was quite the honour, and it's a shame we're forced today to do it ourselves like savage cavemen. Number 2, Tosher, a person who used to scavenge in the sewers of London, stripping valuable copper from the hulls of ships and stealing tradable treasures flushed down sewers. This occupation may just smell like garbage 24/7, and so you might imagine they weren't very popular whenever encountered in society. Number 1, a French beggar. This is barely an occupation, more of a desperate act for homeless people to get by day to day. It was pre-revolution France, and beggar competition was intense, so someone came up with the idea to invoke as much sympathy from donators as possible. The worst of which involves something called denasate, in which the mouth is cut open ear to ear and a joker's grin, gums and nose removed, a disfigured face pleading with you for coins. It puts things into perspective next time you complain about your 9-to-5 job. That's it for this countdown. Be sure to like
what the hell?
Page and follow me on Twitter if you want to be informed about new videos as they go up.
Damn, dude.
What?
That's insane.
Fuck, dude. Like the last. Okay, the one that really got me was the one you have to clean. You have to clean the king's shit. Seriously?
Dude, I would have shoved shit right up his ass.
Fuck yeah, I would have been like, fuck you.
I mean,
I don't give a damn if it's some fucking honor or anything. It's crazy, bro.
How's that honor to clean someone else's shit?
Apparently, if you clean the king's shit, you're considered the shit back in the day. Ironically. What can I say? I remember one time it was my job, cleaning the bathrooms. Then out of nowhere, the doorknob, I kid you not, was covered in shit. You have no idea how traumatizing that was. I was...
Damn, dude, you gonna be checking doorknobs now?
I do that every time now! I can't look at a doorknob without just... I'm like, before I open it, I grab a towel. You
do that with our bathroom? Yes. Jackass.
It left me...
I'm gonna naturally shit on my door, damn.
It fucking left me scarred. What do you want me to fucking tell you?
But... No, so, I mean, and I'm sure some of y'all have probably seen the whole Dirty Jobs TV show. But, No, I mean, so now maybe you feel a little better that you ain't doing that shit. I mean, think about it. You could be working at McDonald's or some shit, flipping burgers for some asshole. But then again, remember, you could also probably have once had a job where you had to actually wipe someone's ass
Oh, that's not pretty.
and considered being royalty to get up in there and dig up in that shit. Imagine a day if they didn't even have like a normal shit. It's like just a upset stomach with nothing but diarrhea.
Oh, just imagine that gives me the fucking heebie-jeebies.
And I'm betting 100% they don't have toilet paper like we do now.
Oh no.
So I mean, you got to think about that. It could be a lot worse. I mean, imagine.
So basically, you people have saved yourselves.
Yeah.
Your jobs may be
You
shit,
could be cleaning a porta potty right now.
but they ain't shit like that.
And
So
I've used porta potties. They're not the nicest of things.
No, they're
You
not.
get a malfunction, that shit ain't on there correct, and that shit just comes flying out. Yeah, you might want to go jump into an ocean. So, yeah, maybe you'll feel a little better about the job you have.
Sorry, my phone went off. Sorry.
Stop the music. Yeah, hopefully you don't feel as bad about your jobs if you got, like, jobs you think are shitty. I mean, it's whatever, but, yeah, we got to crash, so.
Peace, dudes. Thanks a lot for watching, and
We
God
gotta
bless
get
you
up
all.
early. Yeah. Sorry we didn't do too many reaction videos, so it was his fault.
It was his fault, actually.
He stayed in bed too much.
Says the one that kept me all night.
Not to sound dirty. But
Only you would do that. Yeah, but
kept him all night. How many else think that shit sounds dirty?
are you the? You know what? Why do I bother asking when I know the answer?
So
But anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned.
I'll be doing some reaction videos even after he's gone. I'll try to get back into that.
And I'll try. Well, I'm pretty sure I can do Skype with you or some shit like that. I can, right?
Well, not with Chromebook. It sucks balls, and it doesn't have Skype.
Okay, I'll get a better.
But we're gonna try and get him to get a channel as well, because he needs to get one to do reaction videos of his own, and he can probably do like his own little thing as well, where his daily life or whatever the fuck he does, or like vlogs or some shit like that. So yeah, so peace out, guys. Stay safe and have fun, and enjoy your day, man. Just deuces.
Take care, everybody.